folks. Here in Maryland, all unloaded. It's time to get bottled up. Run off to North Carolina. Get my salad. Get on back to the house. Today's the day I get to run hot since I'm logbook exempt due to all the COVID emergency declarations. As long as I'm hauling groceries to a grocery store. I get to run as old school as I want to. Out good. Time I get to the house tonight, I'll have 1,500 miles in about 40 hours. Thank you, sir. Why I always get in here the night before, so I don't have to wait in that line to get through the gate. That line's pretty mild today. Usually it goes all the way out here to the street and up the street, 8 or 10 trucks. bit brighter than it was last night. This is pretty country down here. I don't know how well you can see it from that camera. Come spring, when everything starts blooming out and everything, this place is breathtaking. There's the town of Harper's Ferry. They were going there when I was a kid. They got the whole town set up like a, I remember it was either a Civil War battle or a Revolutionary War battle that was fought here, but they have the whole town set up in the period where they got blacksmiths and seamstresses and spinners and doing all the jobs that they did back then. Grist millers, everything else, and all dressed up, period clothing, and it's a pretty neat place to see. You spend a whole day there. Like I say, the scenery around here ain't too bad to look at either. want to be a truck driver, I can tell you the first step in that is got to take a good long look in the mirror and ask yourself several questions. Because if you can't answer these questions, you're making a bad decision. First question you gotta ask yourself is what kind of temperament you got. Are you one of them fellers quick to fly off the handle and lose your mind over little stuff and ain't got no patience for nothing? You know, it's you cannot have, you got to have patience out here. It's and it's one of the hardest things to do. Patience is, and don't let nobody tell you, you know, my daddy had a short fuse, so do I. No, patience is learned. It's not genetic. It's you learn patience. You make yourself have patience. You know, if you're that fella that's going to be rolling down the hammer lane 3 foot off the back of some poor woman's bumper at 75 mile an hour in a 65 mile an hour zone just because she ain't going as fast as you think she should go, stay at the house. We don't need you out here. I tell you what, it's my wife and kids in that car and I can find you, me and you'd have a talk. Or if you're the type of person that's, you know, some driver blocks you in or something, and your first thing to do is go out and beat on his door and dog cuss him. Like I say, stay at the house, don't need you out here. We got enough of that mess out here. Got a whole lot of people out here driving these trucks that just generally don't know how to act in society. And don't get me wrong, they're a minority, but we do still have them. They're here. And but if you don't have the temperament, get that straight first. Because out here is not the place to learn it. Next thing you need to look at is how do you deal with solitude? If you can't stand to be alone, you can't occupy your own time, got to constantly be up under somebody's wing or have somebody up under your wing, or you better learn it, because you're going to experience it. Now, granted, since, you know, the age of cell phones has made that a lot easier. You can always pick up your phone, you can call, you know, A, B, or C, or whatever. You know, social media, all that has made staying in contact a lot easier, but that's not person-to-person interaction. And you will experience, especially in your first year. Don't think you're going to go truck driving school, walk out of truck driving school with your brand new shiny CDL and walk right into a local job, working for Yellow Freight or somebody like that, driving a day cab. You might find you a local job coming right out of CDL school, but it ain't gonna be one you want. I promise you. There's local jobs are at a premium, and good drivers get the good local jobs. And so at least that first year, again, getting some miles under you, you're gonna spend some time alone. And mentally handle if you're not used to it. I promise you. And if you're married or something else, you know, you got to look at that double. How's your significant other going to handle that time alone? You know, maybe you get lucky and get on with a company that has a rider policy and they can ride with you, or has a pet policy, you get a dog or whatever. You know, that helps. But you will still spend time alone. And you got to deal with it. You have a certain mentality to deal with it. If you don't, depression can be a bad thing. Yeah, you need to analyze how you can handle solitude. The number 3 thing is, and this may sound off the wall, but you get out here, you'll understand it, is your health. Sure, you're probably in good health now. But you get in this truck, sitting in this seat 12, 14 hours a day, eating this slop they call food at truck stops, and you know, fast food, 3 meals a day. It's going to have negative effects on your health. And if you're already unhealthy to start with, it's going to really have very quick effects on your health. If you're reasonably healthy, if you're motivated to keep yourself reasonably healthy, you know, you can make yourself get out of the truck, maybe walk a mile every day, or have you some weights in the truck, and, you know, do some exercises and keep yourself up. You won't have a problem with that. The problem is, a lot of people that are already in poor health are in poor health because they don't have the discipline to maintain that. And you can ask me how I know. That was the one thing that got me. I wasn't a super healthy individual when I got in this truck, and I went downhill fast. It got to where it was a struggle for me to climb in out of this truck, walk to the end of the trailer. I hit 50 years old, and I guess I kind of flipped the switch in me, and I'm making strides now to at least maintain my health, if not get better health. Stopped eating truck fat, stopped food, got rid of the sodas, you know, stuff like that. Just common sense stuff people know you need to do to maintain your health. But you got to get that straight before you ever even start. Have a plan. On how to handle it. It can be done. I just saw a guy at a truck stop the other day. I guess he was practicing for MMA or whatever, but he had a heavy bag hung off the side of his truck. Had a bar sticking out, hanging a heavy bag, out there sparring with a heavy bag in a parking lot. And I watched him do that for better than an hour. Just, he was sweating like a pig, but hey, more power to him. He's doing what needed to be done to be where he wanted to be. And but be ready for that. You will have to do more to maintain your health out here than you do in general life. Because, you know, if you work at the local McDonald's, hey, you get up in the morning, you got to walk around, you got to go to your car, drive to work, walk around work. Even if you sit down at work, you're still getting up and down all the time. You off work, you're walking around, you get home, you're walking around. You You know, there ain't a whole lot of room to walk around in this little shack of a cab of a truck. Unless you get out of it and walk around, you know, when the snow's a foot and a half deep, you can't get a whole lot of motivation to do that either. Like I say, your here now will come from a guilty party, because I am guilty as charged on that one. I let my health get plumb out of hand. Next, while you're looking in that mirror, next question you need to ask yourself is, how flexible am I? Are you one of these fellers that's got to get up 5:30 every morning, have your shower, and breakfast ate by 6:30, and on your way to work, take the same route to work every day, work your 8 to 5, you get home, dinner's got to be on the table by 5:30. You know, lives a rigid lifestyle Monday to Friday. Can't do nothing on Saturday and Sunday or at night. Brother, you're gonna have problems. You might be driving 8 to 6 today. You might be driving 6 to 4 in the morning tomorrow. Today you might have a delivery at 7:30 in the morning. Tomorrow you might have a delivery at 2 a.m. You might have this customer that you know the route into, and that's the way you go all the time. Well, one low ball, you go up there one time, and that road's closed for construction, so you got to figure out another way in there. You got to be flexible. You will not work any set schedule. Even guys that work local, now they work a more set schedule than I do, but still, they still got to be flexible. You got to be able to sleep during the day, or sleep during the night, or sleep when opportunity advances itself. Today you might eat breakfast at 6:30. Tomorrow you might eat breakfast at 2 in the afternoon. Just the way it is. It's the nature of the beast. Most of these plants and warehouse stuff run 24/7. So, they might have a delivery at 1 a.m. Saturday morning. And you got to adjust to that. You got to do your trip planning to make room for that. I hope this video has been helpful to y'all. I think I'm an alright dude. If you would, like it and subscribe it. If you don't, oh well, sorry. Have any questions, drop them in the comments down below, and I'll do my best to answer them or find the answers for you. I try not to BS you. If I don't know, I'll try to find out. If I still don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you on the flip side.